Hey Cappies, Namaste. This is your July singles love read, okay? It is for your sun, your moon, your rising, Venus, and I'm going to chuck in a Jupiter as well, just for good measure. That's my intention. Laptop's not working, need to get some reads out, so I'm doing them quickly like this, okay? Gonna dive straight into it. I haven't turned anything yet, so it's a big surprise. Please hit my like and share button and my subscribe button. Would be really appreciated. A lot of time and effort goes into these reads. They're exhausting, so I really would appreciate it. Thank you. Namaste. Right, let's jump into it, my Cappies. Your overall energy for the month of July is, the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, she is a secure queen. She is a stable queen. She is a loving queen. She's a nurturing queen. She can be a little bit self-focused on herself. But she, you know, she's that homemaker of the queen. Okay. And did you know that the Queen of Pentacles can cut people out? I know most people think the Queen of Swords can cut people out, but the Queen of Pentacles is a bit. She's an earth sign. I put myself as the Queen of Pentacles. I like my security. I like to be stable. I like to know what I'm doing. But someone pissed me off, and I can just cut them out like that. Queen of Pentacles. She can cut people out just like that. Cappies, you are an earth sign as well. Not quite sure you're as harsh as a Virgo. About when a Virgo's done, But Cappy, I think you're looking for security. You're looking for stability. You're looking for a nice, steady home life. And that is the energy you are giving off for the next month, for July. Let's have a look and see what your current position is in this present moment in time. It's the Eight of Cups. This is your present energy. Okay, so we have this security as your overall energy. This security, this... let me get my wand out. Let me have a think of this. Being self-focused, yeah. Stable home. And security. But she doesn't look best to please, this Queen of Pentacles. She really doesn't. She doesn't look best to pleased with someone. In fact, her face looks like... I don't know if you can see that. If looks could kill, my Cappies, if looks could kill, someone would be 6 foot under. Has someone taken your stability away with the Eight of Cups? Now, the Eight of Cups, it talks about detachment. It talks about reviewing a situation. It talks about something missing within one's emotional life. An emotional, not having an emotional connection. It talks about being unfulfilled. But it talks about moving on. Moving on to pursue a different path and looking forward after reviewing a situation, after something was missing in a situation, after someone detached emotionally. It asks us, what have I learnt? Have you detached emotionally, or has someone emotionally detached from you? That's your current sort of energy at the moment. What's crossing you? Yeah, death. death and rebirth. Okay, it's about a transformation. It's about having a transformation of your life. I feel on your mind at the moment, my Cappies, is this disconnect of a love situation. Now, this is single Cappies. This is single Cappies looking for love. Single Cappies, what's going to happen in July for them. So we go on to the death card, which is, you know, it's about rebirth. It's about new energy, new life, spiritual growth. It's about letting go of bad patterns of behaviour. And it's about letting go and not fearing change and moving forward for that whole sort of rebirth, that expansion of your life, letting the old go, letting the past go, and now concentrating on yourself. I feel this is a positive crossing card. Okay, so are you emotionally letting someone go now for your own stability, for your own structure, for your own peaceful home life? Have you emotionally detached from someone now for your own rebirth, for your own generation, for your own regeneration, should I say? What is driving you? What is in your foundation? The Nine of Swords. Still fearful of something. Still fearful of something. Okay, 9 talks about, you know, it's about having an end in sight. You're not quite there yet, but it's having an end in sight, and you're close to coming to that realization of this whole change that's going on in your life at the moment. The death of the old, the death of the past, opening up and expanding for the new, detaching emotionally from a person, from a situation, to find your own stability. And the nine of Swords is all about it's about, you know, a feeling of being weighed down. It's about worrying, and it's not only about worrying, it's about excessively worrying. It's feeling stressed out, and it's feeling anxious. Okay, and it's feeling fearful. It's being hard on yourself and putting yourself down and being negative. But there's a little owl here, and owls always represent to me wisdom. You know, the massive eyes. They have knowledge. They can literally shift their head right round in a circle and view everything and weigh situations up and draw wisdom from them. And this is what the Nine of Swords tells you to do. It sort of says, you know, take these swords down from the window. There's nothing covering the window here, only your own mental thoughts. You know, the swords are about the intellect and the way of thinking, and about the way we communicate with others, but not only others, with ourselves as well. And they talk about challenges, mental challenges, and we just need to remove those swords from the window, and the window is actually open. You know, there's nothing blocking that window. There's nothing blocking our wisdom apart from the way we think and our thoughts on a situation. So what's driving you? What's your driving force? You know, what's in your foundation? That there's fear in your foundation. Is it fear of, you know, a start without someone in your life? You know, you could have been in a relationship. There's obviously an end in here. Someone's obviously walked away, whether it be you or someone else. They have detached emotionally, and you're fearful maybe of this new start without them, without this person that's left your life. What was in the recent past? Yeah, there we go. The Tower. You've had a Tower moment, you know, and it probably wasn't that long ago, my Cappies. It probably wasn't that long ago. You know, the Tower talks about unexpected change. Perhaps you weren't ready for this Tower moment. Perhaps you didn't realize it was coming. Perhaps you, on hindsight, you knew something was wrong, but you chose to ignore it. It's the Tower is like shock. It's like change. It's about not being able to let something go. But it asks for an awakening. It's asking you to change your thoughts. It's asking you to have mental breakthroughs, realizations. Yeah. And I think with that owl there in this Nine of Swords, some of you could be suddenly coming into that aha moment, sudden realizations about what was going on in the past. It might have caused you some shock. It could have like blown your mind that you could have been so not in tune with someone from your past, you know, this past relationship. But yeah, definitely in your recent past, there was this Tower moment, this sudden change, this shock, this occurrence that has left you in a state of the Nine of Swords, you know. But trying your hardest to disconnect with the Eight of Cups, to disconnect from your past, to try and get out of this Nine of Swords. You know there's an ending. You know now you have to push forward with this rebirth in your life. And this is crossing you, and you may be finding this very difficult to do. But your overall energy is the Queen of Pentacles, and it's saying keep pushing on with yourself, keep pushing on with your own stability, keep pushing on with your own grounding. Cut this Tower, cut this Nine of Swords out, this Hangman that sits here as well, you know, this stagnation. Cut it out. Let's start looking at things in a different way. The Tower can be looking at things in a different way. You know, suddenly having the aha moment, as is the Hangman, having mental clarity, mind-blowing sudden realizations. It's something, you know, sudden, something that occurs that you weren't expecting. And that can be the Tower coming down and also having the realization as well. But the Nine of Swords, we must take the swords down. We mustn't get stuck in this fear, you know, in this anxiety. What's on your mind? What's crowning you? The Knight of Swords. Yeah, again, aha moment. I feel you're stuck between two places still. I feel that this Tower hasn't long happened for my single Cappies, and I feel that you're still in this wanting to move forward and have that aha moment and get that mental clarity about why this Tower moment happened, but yet you're still very anxious and still very fearful about moving on and the future for yourself. Okay, the Knight of Swords can also talk about being focused on your own goals, your own ambitions, your own truth in a situation, okay? It asks you not to be scattered. It asks you not to be confused. And, you know, it says that changing direction is okay. And it talks about confronting our own fears, having mental clarity and confronting our own fears. So I feel like what's on your mind for July is trying to come to terms with what's happened in your past. The remnants of your past that are still with you in this present moment in time. It's a bit of to and fro from, I understand what's happened, I know I need to move on, I know I need to focus on myself, but you know, that's very scary and that leaves me very anxious. Yeah, that leaves me, you know, feeling a little bit of in turmoil. And then in your near future, we have, there we go, the Knight of Pentacles. It talks about, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Pentacles, and it talks about, you know, again, in your near future, you will be stable, you will have security. You need to put in the work, and you need to put in the, you know, the hard work between these Knight of Swords and this Nine of Swords. This toing and froing is going to take a lot of effort on your part to stabilize it out. But the Knight of Pentacles is about, you know, organizing your life, establishing something for yourself again, whether it be routine, you know, being methodical, being detailed, being organized, you know, putting the hard work in and taking responsibility for your own life now. It asks you not to be stuck, because, you know, the Knight of Pentacles is very, very slow moving energy, and your stability is coming in slowly for July and for the foreseeable future. It's going to be a slow process to release this mental conflict that you're toing and froing about. But know that the rebirth will happen, and you will have stability in your future, and it's on your mind, it's in your energy for the whole of July, this longing to be stable, this longing for security, you know, it's in your energy. Let's do some clarifying, and let's find out what this Eight of Cups is about. This emotional detachment, this walking away from someone, having vision of your future, but it's very scary for you, Cappies. It's very scary to be doing it by yourself. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Well, the Queen of Wands knows what she wants. The Queen of Wands is a diva. Now we've got a couple of queens here, which could possibly mean that you're talking to your friends about it, and they're helping you, because two queens in a read is about sincere friendship. I'm not quite sure if you're being sincere friends with this person that's you've had the Tower moment with. You could quite possibly still be friends and have come to a mutual agreement about, you know, a relationship not working, and this is why you're sort of like in two minds about it. You know, you're wanting to move on, but you know, you have this fear of doing it by yourself. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands knows what she wants. She's confident, you know, she's courageous, she doesn't live in fear. The Queen of Wands doesn't live in fear at all. You know, she goes and gets what she wants, she pursues it, and she has passion. So let's just clarify this Queen of Wands for my Cappies. Yeah, it's the Four of Pentacles, which is, you know, holding on tight. It's holding on tight to something. So I fear that this Tower moment that's happened in the past was probably It probably came about from someone else making a decision about your relationship, my Cappies. Someone else has walked away. Someone else has detached emotionally from you. And you're still sort of holding on tight with the Four of Pentacles, holding on tight to what was. Again, it's about fear of not letting go. And can you see there, like, you know, the Grim Reaper there, and he's got the big, they're called scythes or something like that, and he's coming in and he's wanting to say, you know, cut through all the shit, let go of the past, because, you know, we have to let go of the past for this rebirth. This is a really positive card. The Death card in this situation is positive if you can sort of come to terms with what's happened in your past. Okay, let's clarify the Death card for the Crossing card. Let's clarify the Death card. Yeah, there we go. The Tower again. It's unexpected, yeah. This breakup was unexpected. It happened. It happened unexpectedly. I think if you look in hindsight now, I feel that the signs were probably there. But this was a shock to you. It was a devastation to you. We've got 2 Tower cards, you know. It's universe has stepped in, and universe is saying it's time to shake this shit up. It's time, my Cappies, for you to venture on your new journey. Let's clarify this Tower for my Cappies. Let's clarify this Tower. Clarify this Tower. I want to take that one. The World. Universe has stepped in. Universe has stepped in. Has brought the Tower down for your own growth, my Capricorns. For your own growth. We have the complete ending of a cycle. The complete closure of a book. Finished. Completion. It is now about growth and moving forward. It's about gaining experience from our past to take forward into our future, into our present, to not repeat past mistakes, past situations. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords. What's driving you? Yeah, it's about your own happiness. It's about the Ten of Cups. You know, this is what you want, my Cappies. You want the Ten of Cups, wish fulfillment. You know, it's happiness, joy, contentment, harmonious, you know, relationships, harmonious families. And I really feel there was a disconnect here, a disconnect in this past relationship, and you're still stuck in this present moment in time, in this past energy. Okay, this had become dysfunctional. There was a detachment here with the Eight of Cups as well, detaching emotionally. Someone detached emotionally, and now you're fearful as to whether you can reach that Ten of Cups. On your mind, what's crowning you? The Knight of Swords, sorry. It's about moving forward with mental clarity. But I really feel like there's that balance between the two, that toing and froing. One day you're okay, the next you're not. Clarify the Knight of Swords for my Cappies, please. There it is. Yeah, Five of Wands. It's about internal struggle. It's about mental conflict. Okay, internal struggle, mental conflict, inner conflict. It's resisting change. But it says now it's time to stand up for yourself. Okay. Release the tension. Let go. Be assertive. Be assertive like the Knight of Swords. Be assertive. It is time to stand up. And I really feel you stand up for yourself. And I really feel, my Cabbies, that you know this. But you still fear not being able to get to a happy place. Just that in two minds about everything. Back and forth, back and forth. Let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles for my Cappies, please. Let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles for my Capricorns, please. Oh, that's quite a few, but I'm going to take them. Okay, we've got the Eight of Swords. Just quickly, it's about releasing, yeah? It's about cutting yourself free. Cutting yourself free and mentally cutting yourself free because you're feeling blocked, you're feeling powerless. It's about letting your letting those walls down, changing the way you think. Stop feeling stuck and stop self-doubting yourself, okay? It's about surrendering to what's happened in the past, cutting away all the negative energy, because this is the only way we can get to our own stability. Again, we had the Eight of Cups again, okay? Second time out. It's having to emotionally, it's having to walk away. It's knowing you have to walk away, but look, you're still checking the cup. Does this person care about me still? Should I just look after myself now? I'm in two minds. I really don't know what to do. And here we go, the King of Wands. It's all about being proactive and moving forward. He's successful, he's grounded, he's taking the lead, he's passionate. This King of Wands is calling in his soulmate, okay? He's ready to take the lead, but he is a grounded king. But he's very proactive, he's very passionate, he has a lot of energy. So, my Cappies, I just feel like you're in two minds, okay? You've had this split. You're still going through the emotions and the healing of it, but you want stability. But it's just figuring out how to move past the hurt, move past the Tower moment, letting go of emotion, walking away from it seems to be the difficult part. But once you have healed, you can find your own stability again. You really can. Quickly, let's go on to some oracles. Absolutely, reassess your life, Cappies. You are capable of being successful and stable on your own. I really feel, my Cappies, that I'm talking to here are not looking for new love at this present moment in time. I feel they're still healing from past events and they still have some healing to do, okay? Next oracle. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often, I can't even read that word, unquantifiable in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason. Whether your father is here or past, a father's love is one of the strongest bonds anyone will ever experience. That's beautiful. So, you know, someone's father may have some relevance here. I'm going to leave it here because my video is cutting out in 28 seconds. Please hit my like. Please hit my subscribe buttons, my Capricorns. Know you can get through this last bit of healing. Know you can do it. And I'll see you for my next read very, very soon. Please hit my like. Please hit my subscribe. Namaste, my Cappies, and see you soon.